Hi everyone, and welcome to another lock-up show. This is July's edition. There could be another one towards the end of the month, you never know. But for now, we're just kicking off with what I've got from back end of June and into the beginning of July. And it's all Commodore 64 basically, because that's what I'm into at the minute. Collection's coming along nicely, all the little subsets are coming along nicely. It's great to see it taking shape. They are fast filling, the shelves are fast filling up, and I'm very future proofed, don't get me wrong. I'm nowhere anywhere near full yet, and in fact below my PS1 Platinums and my Master System, which is just below camera level, I've got basically a play run basically, and I can adjust things, I can adjust shelves as need be as time goes on, and certain sets start filling up the full cells, because most of the sets, they don't quite fill up a full cell. They just, you know, I might have like I've got 5 Atlantis games, I've got 7 players, 6 players Premier, do you know what I mean? So, you know, it's going to take a while really to fill up properly. But I must admit, I have been blitzing eBay, or I had been towards the back end of June and the beginning of this month, and yeah, I've got plenty to show you. Now, firstly, this is one of my all-time favourite games on the Commodore 64. It was originally a game by Thalamus, and it's Hawkeye, but as you can see, this one is on the Kicks label, and I saw this and I thought I've got to have it, because yeah, I'm filling up the Kicks set quite nicely. I don't have Hawkeye on the Thalamus release as yet. I have seen one for about $17.95. I added it to my watch list, and I'm hoping that, you know, the seller would just reduce his price a little bit, and unfortunately not yet. This one is part of the high-tech software range, and this one is Cauldron 1 and Cauldron 2. Cauldron 2 caused me a bit of aggro, shall we say, not aggro, but a bit of it was hard to get hold of it, at least at the time it was, on the Commodore 64 Silverbird range, and I do believe it was Mr. Bads that may have pointed it out to me, if I'm not mistaken. But this one is on the high-tech release, high-tech software release, and yeah, it's like a double pack. Next, we've got an alternative software game. It is part of the 199 range of alternative. There's 2 ranges, I think the 299 range, though I've got 3 lists. I think I've mentioned this before. Anyway, this one is Confusion, and basically a puzzler. I don't know how it plays, how well it plays or not, but yeah, it's one of those games where, for the alternative set at least, you know, I'm starting to get trickles of alternative games now. Either the games I just can't find them, or they're asking too much for them. And oops, another alternative game which I was very surprised when it turned up, and I had to triple check that it was the Commodore 64 version and not the Spectrum or Amstrad, because sometimes when I see a title that I think, oh, you know, I need to get hold of that now, I jump straight in without even looking, and there might not have even been cassette there, just the case, but I'll just dive in. Anyway, I didn't with this. This is Smashed, and obviously it's, you know, I suppose like a clone of from the TV series. I think that was called Smash. It is abbreviated for something. This is abbreviated, but I can't read it without my glasses. I don't know where my glasses are. But yeah, it's nice to get that one as well. I think I think they are the only two alternative titles that I picked up. This next one was an absolute definite must, and I couldn't believe the price of it. I think it was about $9.99, and I was sure that it was one of the rare and Mastertronic titles, and I got in touch with Mat Corne, Witchfinder 1976. If you haven't checked out his channel, please do. Witchfinder 1976. Put a link below. And he said, yeah, it is, and he thinks the rarest one is a five-a-side football game for Mastertronic, but this is Pigs in Space. And yeah, that I don't think that comes up very often. And it just appeared. It would have buy it now. I'm like, yes, I'm having that. Thank you very much. Next, we've got a Players Premiere release. This is Elven Warrior. I think it's just a platformer, maybe. Don't think it's a Turrican-esque kind of game, but so that's going in the Players Premiere set. Next, we've got another high-tech set. I'm looking, I can't even see high-tech games. Don't know where I've put them. Oh, they're there. They're there. I've got 4 at the minute. 5 with the one I'm just showing you. 6 now with that. This is Poseidon Planet 11. Again, another game which, although I've never really, if I'm honest, I've never really looked for it. But I saw my list of high-tech games. It's not a massive catalogue in high-tech, and I thought I'd better get that. Better get it. It wasn't expensive at all. When I say it wasn't expensive, it was about £6 or £7. I don't think that's massively expensive. Anyway, I found this because I do hope I haven't got it. Let me just check. Don't think. No, I've got leaderboard, but I knew I didn't have this. This is world class leaderboard. It's on the full price range. This is by US Gold or Access Software. The leaderboards are absolutely fantastic. What's going on with that? It might go into demo mode. We've got G Police running up PlayStation 1 in background there. Next, I saw this. It was about £10, and this one's more of a nostalgia pickup because I just remember playing this in the arcades, and then I don't think I had a Commodore at that time when it came out on the Commodore 64. I think it was to play it with my mates, and it's Jailbreak by Konami. You know, it's an average arcade game. I don't think it'd win any awards, but like I said, I remember playing it in the arcades at Barmston Beach, where we used to go on holiday on the East Coast, just below Bridlington. They had a small arcade, and yeah, Jailbreak were in there along with Bomb Jack and Choplifter. And again, this one, I picked this one up because I just remembered it, playing it as a young'un, and it was different for its time. And this is Lord of the West. It's basically, I suppose, an adventure game, but you come across different characters. That isn't actually a screenshot. It's really nice graphics, very well done. And you get characters coming on screen, and they'll say something to you, and you've got like 4 options, 4 different phrases to say back, sentences to say back to them, and you've got to choose. And it really does affect how things pan out. For instance, there is the Doctor. He comes out of the saloon, and if I'm not mistaken, if you shoot him, obviously he dies, but if you get shot later on, you're told it's game over for you because there's no Doctor to save you. Likewise, the Doctor comes out, you have a little chat with him, and you send him back into the saloon. He gets absolutely plastered, so if you get shot, all that happens is you die because the Doctor's too drunk to do anything to save you. There's little things like that. And like I said, depending on what you say, depends on the outcome. You can talk to one of the outlaws, be nice to him, and he may walk away in peace. if you give him some shit, he's going to draw his gun, and that is the action kind part of the game. If they start to go for their gun, you move the cursor and you have to shoot. Basically, move the cursor onto that character, and then press fire to shoot them and kill them. If you're too slow, you get shot, and hopefully the doctor will be able to save you. If not, then you've had it. Fantastic game, way ahead of its time, I think. And like I say, really nice graphics. And lastly, for this first part of the pickups, this one is for the Thalamus collection. I own 1, 2, 3. I only own 4, but they're quite pricey. Some of them, they're hard to get. And I come across this. This is a sealed copy. This is the second sealed Thalamus game I've got. This is Nobby the Aardvark. Thalamus is quite a sought after collection. It's not massive, but Mark Judge Drock told me of 2 games which can be quite hard to find. I forgot them. They might come back to me a bit later on, but yeah, for now I've completely forgot. But yeah, Nobby the Aardvark. It's a platformer, kind of cute, and I do believe it's a good game. I've never played it, but I've never really heard anything bad about it. And the other sealed game I've got is Winter Camp and Summer Camp, both on the Kicks label as well, as is Creatures, I do believe. I think Kicks did take a lot of Thalamus games and re-release them on their budget label. So yeah, that is part 1 of the pickups. Hope you enjoyed them, and I've got an absolute cracking bundle for the next part from Mat Corne at Witchfinder 1976. I'll see you soon for that. So this part of the show is a little bit something different, and earlier this year myself, David Retro Games Played Badly, and Joe, we went down, we visited Mr. Retro Bear and Retro Claire, is Mr. Bear's other half. We had a fantastic day, and one thing that we did, we went to a couple of shops. We went to Danester's shop, Hidden Chest Gaming, and I bought a few games. I took Dana a load of stuff down as well to trade in, and yeah, I got quite a few nice items. But one particular item that I got from him, I bought off him, and it's playing in the background, is this. So it's Linus GH Multi-Style Labs. It's called Pixels. Basically, it's chiptunes, and I mean, I love my gaming music. I love chiptunes. I love, especially the Commodore SID chip. Anything made on the SID chip, particularly the likes of Rob Hubbard, Martin Galway, Ben Dalglish, RGR and Tell. And basically, this consists of 12 tracks. It's just a CD. I'll just turn it round, and as you can see, we've got the titles there from Omega Station, which we've just heard, this track which is Night Finds You, and down to Old Men in Used Cars. That could be me, that. We've got Commando, Take Me to the Bridge Mix, Monty Always Keeps on Running, and the basically, standalone chip tunes, or such as Commando and the Monty. They're basically tributes to, games, Commando and Monty Mole. I'll put a couple of them on in the background in a second. But yeah, it's just a fantastic CD. Hopefully I can find more of these. And every time I come to my lockup, I'm always putting this on, a bit of music in the background while I tidy up or move things about. It's just fantastic. So yeah, like I say, some of these they're just standalone chip tunes composed separately. But I'll put the next one on. Well, I'll put the one Commando, and we'll have a listen to that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Track 8. Let's try that. We'll get the controller. You have to bear with me for the track 8, and let's play. So as you can hear, that is distinctly the Commando tune. This one was composed by Rob Hubbard on the C64. This is obviously these guys' own take on it. This isn't actually a SID tune. It's a little bit more funked up than that. But you can tell it is Commando. And let's go to the Monty track, which is track 10. I believe that is the I Score tune, the end of game tune. But they're just fantastic. I love them, and I mean, I'm sure there'll be other CDs around that are in a similar vein. These guys may have even done a couple more. I'm going to have to look into it. Hopefully Dainster can point me in the right direction where he got this from, and perhaps if he knows of any more. But yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you. I just like to, like I said, I like to put it on in the background while I'm chilling out at my lockup. So we're doing a little bit of gameplay, and I've got the old trusty Commodore 64 Mini out, and it was only the other day I went to Pete Fighter's house, visited Pete Fighter 2. And yeah, basically he told me, when you come down, bring your USB stick. He said it needs an update, and I'll put you loads of Commodore 64 and Amiga games on, and that's what he's done. And I found a game which is the Great Gianni Sisters, which it got banned actually for the Commodore 64 of its likeness, of its similarities to the Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers, and yeah, it got pulled off the shelves. But yeah, I've got it here. I've got it on this. He's put it on the USB stick for me, and I thought I'd give it a bit of a playthrough. I've just had a go just to practice. I'm really not very good, but the controls are a little bit awkward. It's up to jump, fire when you get the lightning bolt fire. But yeah, I think it'd have been better. Man, yeah, what can they do with it if you need fire button for two things? You can't really do that. But anyway, it is quite tricky. But yeah, the Great Gianni Sisters, and I know Eddie, he's mentioned this quite a lot. I don't know if he prefers the Amiga version, or if he's played the C64 version even. But we're gonna have a little go at this, and I'm gonna show you. And obviously, you will see the reasons why. Just let me get that blue light out of shot. Yeah, you will see the reasons why it was banned. Anyway, let's have a go. Great music as well for this game, and it's lovely graphics. As what you'd expect from like a Mario kind of game. So there we've got one of the sisters, and as you can see, we've got already, you can tell it's Mario. It is basically Mario Brothers. Like I say, it's up to jump, which is quite tricky when you're trying to do a running jump. We've got the pipes, we've got the mushrooms, it's all there. Got collapsing floors. And that's that. So now I can fire. Sometimes it's just a little bit tricky. not very fluid. The controls are not as fluid as Super Mario Brothers. Maybe it's better on the control, but I'm using the joystick that I got with the C64 Mini, which probably isn't that well made. Really. Not so much well made, but it's not as responsive as, say, a micro-switch joystick, or you know, one of the big joystick companies like Konix and what Quickshot made. But yeah, I mean, this is level 2. Pretty much more of the same. The graphics may look a lot more chunky because obviously it's on a big screen TV, a modern TV. But it still looks alright, I think. It's held up quite well. Get them. Jump on those to get them. There we go. I'm doing better than I did on first go, actually. I suppose once you get used to the controls, they're not too bad. Da. And now I don't think I can get into them. Yeah, they're blocked off. In fact, this is where I died last time. But it took me all 3 lives to get here. Oh, I got it this time. We can carry on. Give me that. Yeah. I don't know what that does. It make me bigger. Oh, them scorpions got me. Let me know what you think. Think it looks good enough to be a Mario beater? I'll leave them. They only kill me. Ooh. I'm not sure if you're supposed to collect all those blue things. Oh! If you are, then I haven't done it. Oh, just to get to the other end, it seems. So, but yeah, that is the gist of it. Obviously, I'm not going to bore you too long with it, but that is Great Gianni Sisters. I think it was published by Rainbow Arts. Not sure if they revised the game to get past Nintendo's you know, lawsuit against it. I mean, with Mario, I mean, you can pretty much, you know, fly through the levels. It's so awkward with this joystick and having to press up to jump. It will, I don't know if it'd work with a 2-buttoned joypad or... Anyway, that's it, game over. I'm going to leave it there. But yeah, like I say, you've got the gist of what it is. It is the Great Gianni Sisters on the Commodore 64. So, part 2 of the pickups, and like I said, this one, it was a bundle from Mat Corne of Witchfinder 1976. He's right into his Commodore 64 stuff, is Matt, and he's just done a brilliant series on. It's basically budget publisher showdown where he pits Mastertronic, Firebird and Codemasters against each other in different genres of games. So, you know, like racing, platform, puzzle. Fantastic. Please go over and have a watch. There's 5 episodes and it's a lot of fun, and he has 2 guests on each episode talking about the games and giving their reviews and their scores. Brilliant. Must admit, really like it. Hopefully, and I'm pretty sure he will. He's going to do some more in the future. But yeah, why did he offer me these? I can't remember, Matt. But anyway, he did. He emailed me and says, "I've got these if you're interested in them." And he says, "Take your pick, you know, what you haven't got." And I says, "I'll take them all because I didn't got any of them. I don't think. Maybe the odd one Codemasters game. I'm not quite sure yet, but the rest definitely haven't got." We've got some kicks. We've got some Zeppelin, we've got some high-tech, we've got It Squads, we've got Cody's, we've got Atlantis, and we've got Mastertronic. I'll start with the smaller ones first. This one is a Mastertronic game. It's a very well known Mastertronic game and quite well received really. It's Kane. It's like a Wild West kind of game. You can shoot birds down with bow and arrow. Ride a horse over, jump over bushes and stuff like that. It's quite good fun for a budget game. You know, it's worth the money in its day. Kane on Mastertronic. That's the only Mastertronic game in this bundle. Next we're going with Atlantis. Atlantis Software, not a very good developer, publisher. This is Skating USA. Like I say, I've only got 5 Atlantis games at the moment. One might even be a Atlantis Gold, is it? No, it ain't. But yeah, this is Skating USA. Atlantis, like I said, the games weren't very good. It's not a massive set to collect for, not overly massive. I can imagine some of the titles being probably hard to find purely because they weren't very well. They didn't sell very well, I don't think, Atlantis, so there might not be many of specific games out there. Anyway, that's Skating USA. Now we'll move on to Kicks, which I've got two titles. Well, I think this is a good game actually. I'm not sure I played it, if I'm honest. It looks familiar, as in maybe I've seen an Amiga game that looks similar. It's 3D Pool. I just looked at the screenshots though, and I really don't think I've played that. I think it's an Amiga game I've played. It's 3D Pool. That's that. I thought it were a truck outside with its own. Thinking I wish it'd shut up. It's game. Playing in background. Anyway, the next one is a brilliant game. Turbo Outrun. It's much better than the original Outrun on the C64. And the soundtrack is phenomenal. It's a Jerd and Tell soundtrack. But yeah, I believe this is a multi-load. I used to have this years and years ago on, when I was collecting before. I had a Commodore 64 with a disc drive, and I had this on disc, and that was a multi-load. You know, which was a godsend because I can imagine each level taking quite a while to load up off cassette. So there, the Kicks, 2 Kicks games. Next we move on to Zeppelin. Zeppelin again is, it's not, I won't say it was a bad publisher maybe. I mean, for starters, these 3 games I've never heard of. I don't think Zeppelin really were prominent in my C64 days. They were prominent, you know, across the Commodore 64 scene, just that I didn't see many of them. They are a budget label. Not sure who owns them, which bigger label owns them. The first one we've got is Bod Squad. This one does actually look alright. It's like a nice, cute, colourful platforming game. So it may well be pretty good. I've no idea if Zeppelin were classed as a bad or, you know, or a good publisher, developer. Next we've got 3D Snooker, which I must admit looks a little bit, well, it looks more colourful for starters. Looks nicer than the 3D Pool that I've just shown you by Kicks. Well, I say by Kicks, that were originally released by Firebird, I think. But yeah, this one does look better. Certainly looks more colourful. Next we've got International 5-a-side. The thing is, I've never really heard about this game, so I'm assuming, if I can pick it up, that it's a load of crap. It don't look bad, don't get me wrong. Graphically, it don't look too bad. Pretty chunky sprites. It's got that kind of international football perspective about it, so maybe it is alright. We'll probably know one day if I ever play it. Next we've got high-tech software. Where did I kick for losing them? They're there. Yep, definitely ain't got these two. First one we've got... this one, I do apologise, this one wasn't from Matt. This was from another Matt. And it's High Evolutionary. I mentioned him in my last pickups, in my last lockup show. High Evolutionary. And this is Atom Ant. It's an high-tech game. Good price. Brand new case, as he always seems to do nowadays for myself and others, I suppose. But yeah, that's Atom Ant. A lot of high-tech software games seem to be revolved around cartoons that were featured on TV at one time. I'd never heard of Atom Ant, but I do remember this one. I remember it, you know, the name of it. Quick Draw McGraw, that gunslinging dog. I honestly don't know what kind of game it is. I'm shafted without my glasses on. They're there. I'm not going to put them on now. Too late now. Next we've got the Hit Squads, and I've got 4 of these. So first we've got Renegade 3. I know on the Spectrum this was considered the worst of the series. I'm not sure about the C64's version. It goes into dinosaurs or something, is it? Time travel or something like that. Next we've got Dragon Ninja. Side-scrolling, beat 'em up fighter. I've never really got into Dragon Ninja, if I'm honest. Sequel to Bubble Bobble, Rainbow Islands, cracking game. Again, like Bubble Bobble, were they a bad port of it on any system? Probably not. I think they were all well received. Same here again, another absolutely brilliant conversion, arcade conversion. The New Zealand story plays phenomenal on most systems, I do believe. I don't think there was a bad one. On to the last bundle now, and there's what we got here: 3, 6, 7, about 9 or 10 games. These are all Codemasters. If you didn't know that, if you didn't, then maybe you're too young to be remembering these things. We've got CJ in the USA. CJ is an elephant. It started out with CJ's Elephant Antics. This is I'm assuming that's a sequel, or one of the sequels. Again, not sure, can't see it. Can't see the screenshots, but I know I've never played that. But I think the CJ series are pretty good. I think CJ's Elephant Antics is basically New Zealand story. Basically a clone of it, but a pretty good one at that, so can't complain. This one is Big Nose's American Adventure. I'd never heard of Big Nose before. He looks like a caveman in modern times. Don't know if you can see any of the screenshots. Platformer, maybe. Next we've got Bubble Dizzy. One of the many Dizzy games from the series, Dizzy series. First thought I would put it down as like a puzzle game, very much in the mould of Pang maybe, or something like that. But looking on those screenshots, it appears not, maybe. Next we've got one of the Quattro series. I haven't got it. I thought I might have had one of these Quattro series. We'll see yet, because I think there's another 2. This is Combat, Quattro Combat. Like most budget developers, publishers, they release, you know, several games on one cassette and put them into a pack. Alternative did it as Foremost, and yeah, Cody's did it. Did Mastertronic? I think Mastertronic, I'm sure they did, but I can't remember what they were. Sparklers did a Sparkler special, which I've shown you in previous ones. Next we've got Super Seymour Saves the Planet. Seymour was, I suppose, the successor to Dizzy. I don't think it was as popular as Dizzy. But I must admit, those graphics, if the Commodore graphics, they do look pretty good. Next we've got another Quattro, Cartoon. I ain't got that one. What have I got? I've got Fighters and Sports. So again, this is a really welcome addition to me collections. What we got on there? Wizard Willie, Little Puff, Frankenstein Jr., Ollie and Lisa Free. They are part of the Cartoon Time set, of which there's 5 of them. I've got the full set, 5 of them. So what's missing off this? Little Puff, yeah. Prince Clumsy. So there's only one game missing off that, but obviously it'd have gone against the Quattro. Quattro means 4. And next we've got a classic Cody's game, BMX Simulator. This is one of the finest, in my opinion anyway, one of the finest budget games ever released. Brilliant. Me and my mate used to play it for forever. Seems like forever. Next we've got another Quattro, and the last Quattro, and again I haven't got it. This is fantastic, Matt. I mean, I had a feeling I didn't when you showed me the list, but yeah, this is Firepower. Got Poltergeist, MiG-29, Laser Force and Terra Cognita. Yeah. Mixture of games, fighters. And then lastly, we've got another Cody's game. They used to like putting games as simulators. I suppose it made them sound professional. I mean, well, it's Pro Skateboard Simulator, Professional Skateboard Simulator, so I don't know. BMX Simulator, Skateboard Simulator, and other simulators, and the Pinball Simulator, they did loads. But yeah, they were quite well known for that. It looks like a 720 or the Skate or Die kind of game, but on budget label. Again, it's another game I've never really heard that much about, so I doubt it's a contender against those two that I've just mentioned. But that is it. Brilliant. Nice big haul from Matt. A nice big bundle of games from off eBay. And yeah, I'm going to put them in the shelves now, and I'll make them look nice. I'm going to rearrange some of these shelves actually. The alternatives, It Squads and Sparklers are all kind of bunched up together now. I'm running out of room with them. I've got plenty of room, like I said, but I just need to move stuff over and make some room, make it look a bit more tidier. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and thank you for watching. And until next time, from the Look Up Show, take care and see you later. Right, before we go, I've got a little bit of extra to show you, a little bit of extra footage. And what happened was, not long after recording the second part of the pickups, what happened was the day after I went to see Pete Fighter 2 and took him a few bits down, a couple of posters from Dana, 2 PS2 games, and what else was there, Pete? And the Evercade, because Pete had lost his one of his other Evercades, and mine was just sat doing no. So I let him have it, because like I said, I'd sooner somebody else have it that's going to enjoy it, that's going to get more use of it than I am. And yeah, so did that, and he said he'd got something for me, and I don't know what I was expecting. You know, no idea what he was giving me, but it exceeded far beyond any expectations I had. I thought he might have a game or two for me, but he didn't. He gave me one of his pride and joys, one of his pride possessions, and I am absolutely over the moon with it. And I've been spoilt recently. I know I've mentioned it. I think I mentioned it previously about the YouTube community clubbing together. I'm going to do a separate video on that when it arrives, when the things arrive. And it happened on the TNB podcast, the one just gone, one that we just did last Sunday. Was it last Sunday? Yeah, last Sunday. If you haven't watched it, go and have a look. The last 10 minutes or so. But yeah, I'm going to do a separate video on that, guys. So when things arrive, you can guarantee there's going to be a video going out. But anyway, yeah, Pete gave me this, and it's for my COD collection. Look at that. It is night vision goggles. Call of Duty theme. Well, the night vision goggles, but they're obviously, yeah, the Call of Duty themed. Modern Warfare 2. And we've got the Infinity Ward logo there. Infinity Ward were the developers. This is just fantastic. That head, apparently, I didn't know, I didn't realise, but it's Soap's head. One of the characters in COD, Soap. Yeah, and it has been working. Now Pete says, unfortunately, the batteries had corroded in the battery pack, and he's tried it, but it no longer works. But I'm sure that they can be cleaned up and get it back in working condition. And he told me a story about him visiting a cave, and he was using them in this cave, and he said they really do work. So it's like, you know, this is a stand. The head is the stand. It has got a logo under there, and at the front it's got 360470. I don't know if that's the number of you know, this unit in terms of how many were made. I don't know. You don't see many of these about, and for Pete to take, you know, give me it from his own collection is just absolutely awesome. I can't thank you enough, Pete, because that is going to go on this cabinet, which is going to get converted into COD station. And basically, I'm gonna get another TV, just big enough to fit it in here. I'm not really going to modify this unit too much. This is going to sit on top of the COD station. I'm still going to have my COD collection in the unit at the back. But yeah, I'm going to have basically 2 consoles, maybe 3 consoles running to this one TV that I'm going to get. It's purely for COD games. It's going to be the COD station. And yeah, maybe put some other items because there'll still be a bit of space. But this is absolutely fantastic, Pete. Again, I'm so thankful to, you know so many great people in the community. Fantastic. But it didn't stop there, and he gave me another little surprise, and I can't believe that he's got me. Basically, it's a bag of crisps, a themed bag of crisps to a certain developer, a certain arcade stroke video game developer. It is, of course, Tato. Yeah, Tato crisps. Look at them. 3 flavours: cheese and onion, salt and vinegar, and smoky bacon. Let's get them open. They're for me Retro Games Revive lock-up tuck shop. What flavour we got? I like salt and vinegar, me. Tato. Yeah, they saw these at work. He says I couldn't resist. Salt and vinegar. Bang on then, Pete. Cheers. Bit of fun. But yeah, that concludes. It does conclude this episode now. Like I said, so many fantastic people in the community, and like I said, coming shortly will be a completely separate video, not a lock-up show, but an absolute massive thank you to the community, and yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that coming. Anyway, once again, thank you for watching. Take care everybody, and see you later.